Hello, my name is Kyle Rizzuto. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the different business practices, cultural aspects, and social norms of the country of the Philippines. It's very important to know these things when it comes to traveling to different countries so that you know how to treat people there with respect and you know how to follow the social norms that they have been following their whole lives. It's very good to get off on the right foot, whether it's in leisure activities, social activities, or business activities. So to be able to know these aspects of the country before you go there is very important and very vital to your success. Before we dive in, I just want to give you a brief background of some certain aspects and ideas that you might want to know and look into before you travel to the Philippines. There are between 120 and 175 different languages or dialects in the country of the Philippines. Just like here, it's a melting pot of different kinds of cultures, but Filipino, English, Arabic, Japanese, and Spanish are the most common languages there. However, like I said, there's many others as well. The government that's currently in place is a democratic republic that was put into place on February 11th, 1987, and the economy is based on agriculture and the production of crops. Over the past 30 years or so, they've tried to revolutionize and advance their economy and make it more diverse. However, different natural disasters, economic downfalls have prevented this from happening, so they're still sticking with the main production and exportation of crops as their main economic goal. Now that you know a basic background of the country, we can dive into some more detailed aspects that will help you be successful in learning more about this country. When you're meeting somebody or greeting somebody, it's always the most important thing to get off on the right foot. I think we can agree that in the United States, that's a big idea that we have going into interviews or meeting new people in general. So when you meet someone in the Philippines, the standard greeting is just a simple handshake and a smile, just like we do here in the United States. However, we're often taught here to always give a firm handshake. However, in the Philippines, a firm handshake is only seen as necessary in a business transaction or a meeting. So if you're meeting somebody socially or casually, you want to give them a soft shake and a smile so you don't appear to come off as aggressive, but instead friendly. In a formal greeting, in a business atmosphere, or if you're meeting somebody of importance, you want to greet the eldest person first, or if it's a business meeting, the most important person first, who has the highest ranking position. This is seen as respect and will help you get off on the right foot and on the right note in any aspect of your conversation. When it comes to etiquette and certain types of table manners or dining etiquette, you want to wait 15 to 30 minutes and get there 15 to 30 minutes late for any social party or activity. It's seen as polite to give the host or hostess some more time to prepare the meal or the household, and they will very much appreciate that. When it comes to dining, you want to make sure that you sit where you are told. There's a very standard and set out seating arrangement, and it's not first come, first serve. There's a reason to how the seating chart is, and if you ask and follow their orders, there will be no problem. Also, when it comes to gift giving, when you do get invited to a social party or you go to a banquet or a meeting, it's nice to bring some party favors such as a basket of fruit, a bottle of wine, some flowers, something to say thank you for hosting this event. But however, the social norm there is you never open the gift in front of the person who gave it to you. You always open it later on and then write them a thank you note later on describing your satisfaction with the gift. Also, when it comes to business card etiquette, which is very important in the Philippines, when you meet somebody with a higher position than you or a higher rank, you want to offer them your business card first. It's seen as respectful, saying that you are very happy to have met them and that you want to pursue a professional or personal relationship with them. This is very important to helping you progress your future or just your social aspects of your life. When it comes to business operations and business meetings, the Philippine people are very, very detail-oriented and very regimented when it comes to their schedules. Any kind of appointment or meeting or an interview should be scheduled at least 3 to 4 weeks in advance so that they can make arrangements to give you enough time necessary for the meeting. Also, you want to follow up 2 to 3 days before and confirm the meeting location, time, and date as well. Also, before the meeting, you want to send a proper agenda and topics to discuss so that both parties can go in knowing exactly what they want to say and get the best time out of the meeting as possible. When it comes to office hours and weekly schedules, it's very similar here to the United States. Most offices here open between 8 and 9 a.m. and close around 5 o'clock. In the Philippines, it's the same way. Banks open around 8 usually, other offices open around 9, but both go till around 5. When at work, whether it's dealing with a task, a job currently, or having a meeting discussing future goals and challenges, they follow the rule of they are very monochromatic. Monochromic. When it comes to strategy, the Filipino people are very monochromic, where they want to tackle one aspect or topic at a time, rather than deal with a bunch of different aspects or topics simultaneously. They think it's best to tackle each goal one at a time and give all the detail necessary to that goal before continuing on with it. When it when it comes to how to dress in the office, it's a very important topic and a very important aspect to make sure you are very knowledgeable on. In the Philippines, all men and all women are expected to dress very conservatively at work. It's the same way here. Some jobs vary in how lenient they are with their wardrobes or the way they dress, but in the Philippines, it's even more strict. For all men, the first time or the first couple times they meet a party or an individual, you want to wear a dark colored suit to appear very formal and to give them the respect they need. The way you dress shows how much you respect the occasion. Therefore, dressing in a dark colored suit shows that you mean business and that you're very prepared to get down to business. For women, the main topic is to also remain conservative, but that the quality of the clothes are what's important, not necessarily the color. Females are often encouraged to dress colorfully. If they don't, it's not an issue. However, the quality of the clothes is way more important than the color there. Dress shows a level of respect, like I said. It's the same way here. If you underdress for a scenario, it just comes off as disrespectful and shows that you are really not committed to the topic at hand and that you are not seen as very professional. When it comes to gender roles in the Philippines, it's very traditional in the way things used to be about 20 to 30 years in the United States ago. Men take on the more dominating roles, whether it's in the household and in business, because females and men often take after their fathers in the Philippines like they do here. However, much more strictly and much more drastically than we do here still today. One of the main gestures that they keep very, very important to them is the mano, which is often what a man does to a woman when he kisses her hand. However, in this scenario, the younger party will take the elderly's hand or the elder's hand and lean down and put that hand on their forehead. This shows that they respect their elder and that they respect the advice that they have for them. When it comes to handshakes, like I mentioned earlier, a firm handshake is very necessary in a business environment, but a very casual smile and a light handshake is very fine for any social occasion. When it comes to negotiations, you need to know that the most important thing to know going into a negotiation with somebody from the Philippines is that people in the Philippines dread confrontation. This is a stereotype, of course, but in the business world, they do not want to come off as disrespectful. So they are often very polite with their answers. Therefore, they very often do not say no, but they very often do say yes. However, that yes could mean maybe. That yes is never a full-on yes. Decisions come from the top, and often the people that you meet with don't make the decisions, and you never actually meet the individual who makes the decision in a business meeting. The information is passed on up, and the decision is passed down. Also, in matters of business or when it comes to a job interview, it's very different than it is in the United States. Feelings take precedent over facts. If somebody feels in the Philippines that they can trust you and that what you're saying they believe, that weighs more into the conversation than facts that you bring into the meeting, whether it's statistics or anything else. When it comes to presentations, you want to treat them very formally and over-explain and over-dedicate time to things that they may already know. You want to readdress everything and pitch the presentation as if you're talking to somebody who has no idea about the material heading into the meeting. When it comes to advertising, it's very similar in the Philippines as it is in the United States. People in the Philippines are a very brand-conscious market, which means they trust brands like in the United States, Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, other companies that we know we can trust. That takes precedent over new companies. In the Philippines, a lot of these advertising are the same ones we see in the United States. Same ones that we produce here and then they show there. However, a lot are localized, as you can see in the picture to the right. Manny Pacquiao is a huge boxing legend in the Philippines. Therefore, there's a lot of marketing with him involved. Also, the people in the Philippines have a very high context communication system, where who you know and what you know is very important into judging whether they can trust you or not. However, when it comes to decision making, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes it's very ambiguous. Yes doesn't always mean yes, and it often means maybe. They dread confrontation and want to, instead of getting to the point, dance their way around it. In the United States, it's very different. We're much more direct, often to a fault. Sometimes we come off as blunt or very impolite. However, we see it as business. There, they see it as personal. Just like here in America, hierarchy and the chain of command is very important and very respected in the Philippines, whether it's social or business. Often in business in the United States, we take it very seriously, but however, family members and social aspect, when it comes to hierarchy, the United States and the people that live in America often don't take this as seriously as those that live in the Philippines. Just something very different that we have between each other. Thank you for listening today, and like I said, it's very important to know as much as you can about different countries, whether you're visiting there socially or for professional reasons. Thank you very much, and have a great day.